Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Thoughts and Feelings and Updates. This is just a new thing I'm going to try to do it weekly, where I just talk to you guys about some of the thoughts and feelings that have come up with the knife world in the past week, and update you guys on some projects that I've been doing. I've been trying to do updates anyway, but it's good to talk about some things. So this is kind of been the aftermath of Blade Show. Everybody had that experience and went, and all the other makers are coming out, or not makers, but also the manufacturers are coming out with all their new knives and all the updates, and everything's been pretty crazy. And I've been trying to keep up with all the content providers and everything else, with all the new releases and things, because I'm interested. I am interested. I guess did make one purchase out of that, but I'm a little overwhelmed with it. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I can't keep up anymore. I just can't. I've joined some live streams and did some things, and you guys as a community, some of you are on top of everything that comes out and everything that goes on, and I just can't keep up. I'm really impressed with you guys. This website has this sale going on, and that you can get 20% off of Kaiser's for over here, and you can get this knife for this and this knife for that. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's amazing. I just can't keep up. So what I wanted to do real quick is share with you some of the new purchases and how I felt about some of them. Because I've been sharing them with you guys, and I gotta tell you, that's not something that I normally do. I'm not able to just buy knives every couple weeks or so just to share with you guys. I buy knives for me, and until this channel is monetized in any way and I'm getting any money from it, then I'm not going to really be able to continue to purchase. I'm going to continue to make. And I can share with you some projects that I have going on right now, but I have on the table in front of me to share with you. But as far as production knives and doing reviews and that kind of thing, that's really not what I do. I do unboxings, first impressions. There's all these other guys that are doing reviews. I'm just giving you my first impressions and thoughts on it. Maybe after I carry it for a couple months or so, I can tell you guys about how I feel. But my knives are all on rotation anyway, and I don't just carry one knife for a week. I don't know, I get bored with that. I like to switch it up. So let's see, where could I start? I got them all on the table right here, and I'm still struggling to look here instead of where my face is. All right, so let's go with ones you've seen. Civivi. If you've watched my series of the collection, this is the Quibbit, by the way. Try not to drop it. Civivi is one of my favorite brands. Prices are great, quality is great, and it fits into my niche, which I like in knives. I cannot afford several $100 knives. Like I explained in that series of the collection, if I purchase anything over $200 on a knife, that is probably not going to end up in my pocket very often. I think the most expensive knife that I own is a TRM Holy Nerd, and that was right around $200. And I very rarely carry that knife. I love that knife, but I very rarely carry it because I spent a lot of money on that. I don't have the income to be able to do that. So Civivi knives, at the top of their budget is a little over $100, maybe $150 for the top of Civivi, which is stretching it. That might be a little bit too much, but anyway, still like the Quibbit. This was a new brand for me, Migaron, which I'll talk to you a little bit about here in a second, about these small companies. I'm really starting to like what they're doing. Getting better at that. It's kind of hard to do up in the camera, but if I'm holding it down, I'm much better with it, which is where you normally would open a knife. But really great. I'm still in love with the hollow ground stone wash on the blade, and then the flat up here has the nice hand sanding on it. So I still like that. The petrified fish, I'm really liking this knife, guys. I gotta tell you, for a budget brand, for the price that you're getting these knives for, it's pretty darn good. Easy opening, really comfortable in the hand. Really great. This is the Beluga right there. So really cool knife. So my latest two purchases were after Blade Show. One of them, I've been just waiting for the drop to happen so I can grab it. And the other one was just kind of like a whim. It doesn't fit into the niche of knives that I like. It's a little bit big, but I actually am falling in love with this thing. And it's the Cetus. Orion Knives Cetus. This thing is big old blade for me. It's huge. Way more than I'll ever need. 14C 28N steel. A nice hollow grind on that blade. It's lightweight, fairly lightweight for what it is. Aluminum scale on one side with the G10, and then stainless steel on the other side where the lock bar is. I don't know, guys, that for the price, for what you're buying it for, check out Orion Knives. I'll put a link in the description. They did great. And the latest was my Tempest Knives Microburst. I've been waiting for that one to come out. As soon as I saw KC release this one, I was like, something about that blade shape and the overall shape of the blade was cool. It fits your hand really nice. I don't need any kind of blade shape bigger or longer than that, really, which is around 3 inches. And I was really impressed with it. I've been fiddling with it. I carried it with me to work yesterday, and oh man, this thing is amazing. So really happy with this purchase, which, oh, and I can share you guys with this. I have it on the table. It's something that I jumped on. I don't know if you guys know, but Night Elements released this little fixed blade called the Hummingbird. And I love this thing, man. This is right up my alley. A small little knife, EDC carry, little fixed blade. Comes in so handy. I love this thing. I love the blade shape. I love everything about it. That nice stone wash to it. Came out really nice. Night Elements, check them out. That's a really cool blade that they came out with. So with all of those things that I shared, I think I'm really gonna move towards smaller companies like Tempest Knives or Orion Knives. It's so hard for me to keep up with the larger brands, Civivi, I know they're all together, Kaiser, all these knives companies that I really like their product, but I can't keep up anymore, guys. I can't. Plus, I don't have the indisposable income to just buy everything that comes out. My collection is grown to the point where I could be choosy. And maybe I need to start selling. I probably should start selling some knives. But if I look at the collection, I can't see anything that I really want to sell. Maybe some of the really budget stuff that I got early on. But even that kind of holds a special place in my heart. So money is really not something that I can go out and buy knives every other week, especially $500 knives, which I really would love. I've never really held anything like that. I got a chance to hold a Sabenza, and I can appreciate that knife so much, but I can never spend $500 for a knife. I don't know. It would, because what am I going to do with that? I appreciate and I value the quality of those things so much. That would never end up in my pocket. That's glass case kind of stuff, you know? So I don't know. Do you guys agree, disagree? I don't know. It's just something that I feel like. So anyway, as far as the production world goes, I'm going to slow down, share with you maybe long-term carrying with some of the knives you just saw today. But I'm going to slow down with those purchases and really focus on my making. I have an opportunity to do a meetup with some makers that we actually presented at Blade Show. So I'm going to try to get into that community. For new maker, that's been kind of my thing. Is I don't really have, as a maker, usually you get a mentor, somebody you can ask questions. And I have a couple people that I can ask questions to and go to get some feedback. But I don't really have a mentor group. And I'm starting to get into 2 groups that are helping me with my making of creating of knives. I have my own aesthetic, small fixed blades, which in the knife world, most guys don't do. They like nice big choppers and that kind of stuff is what a lot of people do. And that's really not what I do. So with that said, I'm looking forward to getting into there, but I want to share with you some builds that I've been doing. The first one is a model I call the Naked Column. It's rough. It hasn't been heat treated. I'm still working on it. But this is basically what the knife is going to look like. It's a skeletonized version model that I have. It's a 1/4 inch thick 80 CRV2 steel. So it's got a good 3-finger grip. Really cool little blade shape. So little chopper. But it's a cool EDC knife. I round everything off. This is 400 grit. Everything is rounded, so I want that handle nice and smooth and comfortable in your hand. But once it's heat treated and tempered, then I really start to clean that up. I'll go down to 600 and really make that nice. The steel itself on the blade will be very rough like that. I like the contrast because I'm going to smooth out the grinds here a little bit more once heat treating is over. But I have a buyer for this already. So Chad, if you're watching, this one is for you, buddy. I'll be contacting you on Instagram when it's done. But I don't know, bud. I'm thinking of bluing this one and trying to do a little stonewash on it too. What do you think? What do you guys think? Cool little knife. It really turns out pretty cool. I'll make a Kydex sheath for it. It'll be awesome. And then at the time of filming, this is a Friday, but this weekend I plan on doing the bevels on this pedal, which I have a buyer for already. And well, I guess I should show you a little bit better as a pedal. Small fixed blade and my rock copper. This is a really popular model that I do. They sell pretty quick. This is both this and the pedal is AEB-L stainless, which is a really nice stainless steel. And this one is ready for the bevels as well. So I'll be doing the flats of the bevels before I send it off for the heat treat. So that's one thing I don't do is heat treat stainless, because you have to use just the processes involved with heat treating the stainless is not something I'm set up to do. So I send that off. I'm pretty open about that. Peter's Heat Treating Services, I use them. They do an amazing job and everything comes back to me really high quality. So that's kind of the projects that I have going on right now. The only other one that I want to talk to you about is this one. The Damascus project has been a thorn in my side since the beginning. Not a thorn in my side, but it's a labor of love, right? So I have the blade taped up because I just glued up the handles. And if you are a maker, you understand this process, but if you're not, you might be looking at that and being like, oh God, that thing is ugly, blah, blah, blah. Well, it's got to get ugly before it gets pretty again. So I got the handles all glued up. It's black burlap, jade G10 with copper, and then Bolivian rosewood, or just rosewood with copper pins. And it's got copper and black liners on it. So this thing is gonna be pretty sick when it's all said and done. I'm gonna shape that handle Sorry guys, I'm dying here. I'm gonna shape that handle nice, but you can see it's a full 4-finger handle. I shared pictures and videos of what the blade looks like already for you guys, so you should know what it looks like. That project is something that I've been really taking my time doing. It's my first time working with Damascus, so I'm excited about finishing that one off. I'm really excited about finishing that one off because it's taking a lot longer than I thought. I don't know if I'll ever do that intricate of a handle again. To be honest, it's been pain in the butt, giant pain in the butt, because I want to do something similar, because I want to make another rock hopper, this one, out of that same Damascus that one is. So, and the finish on that one came out good. That was 2 acid etches and a coffee etch, and it came out dark and really gonna pop. So I'm really excited about finishing that one off. That was gonna end up in the collection, something of a showcase knife. I've already had offers, and I'm kind of been turning it down until I'm ready. I might be ready one day to do it, but right now I'm kind of cool with the way it looks. So anyway, guys, that's about it. That's about what's going on. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment, follow me over on Instagram at AriesEDC, or not. That choice is yours. Have a good one, guys.